get in the game and you got to go faster, you got to do it better. When in reality, all I need is for them to do it exactly like we did it in practice. Just bring that to the table. And I think they'll be fine.
And when you finish spring, you'll have somebody listed at number 2 at quarterback. But do you keep an open mind on that? Do we go into the fall where you could say, you know what, based on what I've seen here in the fall, I sort of changed my thinking about maybe who is the guy?
Yes, that's true.
Did you already tell him who the guy is?
Yeah, Wes.
Number 2?
Oh, no.
Do you have any, I mean, is it?
Yeah, we're still working. We won't have to, hopefully if we get blessed, we may never have to find out who that is. Which would be a great thing for us.
I was at the position room and they wouldn't let me in.
Where?
Yeah, you did tell him that he could go in there on Sunday.
On my position?
Yeah.
They should let you in. I needed some help figuring it out.
Yeah, right.
Can you talk about the strengths that you saw in the film from the different quarterbacks, from Jeff's snaps and Chase's snaps?
Well, like I just said, Jeff did more of what he had done on the practice session. There were more good drops going on. There was more, his eyes were in the same spots that they were at practice. He was able to move the safety and come back and hit some seams. Whereas the other guys, they would say that there was a little bit different, when they got out there. And they're young, things are moving fast. I think they learned throughout the weekend and us watching the film this morning and talking about it.
What have you seen out of Malik Turner? The kid who really...
Yeah, I think he's a big-time player. I think he's a work in process. But he's a willing learner. He is a competitor. I spent some time talking with his high school head coach, who I really respect. I coached one of his kids, up north that was really good for me. And he was teaching me and talking to me about what the kids really like. How do you motivate them? How do you push him? What's he like? What's his personality? So that's always good to talk to their high school coach about it. So I think he's going to continue to develop, and once we get out here in September and get ready for games, he'll be fully prepared to go out and make plays for us.
What is that? Who's sticking out of the rest of the wide receiver group? I mean,
Justin Hardy is sticking out to me. Sam May's potential, his ability to be long and jump and play in the middle of the formation and block and be tough. Desmond, is a competitive kid. He's a competitor. And then Grant, I think he's so technique sound that it's hard to defend him. He understands angles and understands how to set defenders up. And, he could say he's not the fastest guy, but his technique is so sound that he's going to be out there making a lot of plays for us.
You said you wanted to see how the offensive line blocked run game.
Yeah.
How did they work?
At certain points, they did well. A lot of times, I'm in the process of trying to explain to all of our guys how to win a football game. And meaning, on 1st and 10, you need to get 4 yards. And if you got 2nd and 8 and you get 4 and set yourself up in a 3rd and 4, that's a win. Like there was a clip, we ran a toss play to the boundary. It was 2nd down and 8. And the receiver or the running back ran in there and the corner came off and nailed him for a 5-yard gain. Well, the crowd, if we were on the road, would go crazy because of that hit. But in reality, we went from 2nd and 8 to 3rd down and 3. That we really won that way. So emotionally, you have to know how to deal with when the crowd goes crazy, but we really did win the rep. So there's a lot of those, hidden victories where you think you're not doing good, but on 2nd down and 4, you get 3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 1. That's a win. Or there was one where we ran a zone replay and Chase ran out there and it looked wild, like the Keystone Cops. But he pitched the ball to the tailback on 2nd down and 9. The tailback scrambled in there for 5. Well, now it's 3rd down and 4. We'll take it. That's how you move the ball down the field. And you can't get emotionally caught up in how things may seem. That's how teams end up showing up for a game. The crowd starts screaming early, and then they just collapse and not even compete the rest of the game. I think teams that really understand how to compete for the whole game, all 4 quarters, they just keep battling. They understand to keep moving the chains forward. That's how you keep moving the ball. I think we're in the process of, because when I'm talking about that, this morning I was with the quarterbacks and I was going, is that a win or a loss? And first they went, loss. But I went, well, wait a minute, 2nd and 9, we just got 5. And then they went, oh no, that's a win. I'll take 3rd and 4.
Connor Brennan, is he nice to have an older guy kind of pushing Gabe and Nick a little bit.
Yeah, it is, and just to have some stability, with a veteran guy. But he's still in the competition to, be one of the starting guys. So we're still trying to figure out that part.
You mentioned Gabe as a guy that you're trying to get to have some positional flexibility or whatever.
Good term, yeah.
Is there anyone else that you're?
He's really the one right now.
He's the guard.
Yeah,
tackle
Nick plays
combo.
some center also. But he's a guard tackle. He can play both.
How about the tight end position?
They did a good job for the most part. I was just talking about Andrew's ability to get down the seam and be tall and have the length to jump and make catches in the middle of the field and not be afraid of safeties hitting him in the chest. And he showed that ability, that he has that type of courage, and he has the speed and the size to be a threat deep down the seams. And so I think it was really good.
How is he blocking the run?
He's doing good. He's doing better. He's not as strong upper body as you would like, but he really plays with good pad level, and his hips are really powerful, so it gives him a chance.
And you got basically 6 guys right now for 5 offensive line positions. Is that still?
I think it was at 7.
7?
And 7, yeah.
And where did Gabe play most today?
Guard.
Left guard?
No, Gabe. Gabe was he ended up sitting out a little bit at the end, but he played mostly guard today. Well, at the ones he played some guard. With the second group, we call them orange and white. We don't call them ones and twos. But so with the orange group he played some guard, and with the blue group he played some tackle.
Thanks, Garrick.
Thank you,
All right,
Coach.
thank you.